The film begins in Japan with a high school student named Takahata. Takahata was different from the other students because he was very intelligent, but this intelligence made him feel extremely bored with his life. Everything seemed repetitive and dull to him, so he wished for something to happen that would add some excitement to his life. And indeed, his wish comes true in a terrifying way. While he was sitting in class and the teacher was writing on the blackboard, the teacher's head suddenly exploded in front of all the students. The next moment, a strange toy appeared on the teacher's desk, a red doll named Daruma. The doll began to speak and told the students that they were about to enter a game. The rules of the game are simple but terrifying. When the doll turns its back, the students can move, but if it turns its face and sees any student moving, their head explodes immediately. And sure enough, as soon as one of the students moves even slightly, their head explodes on the spot. The students start screaming and running in fear, but anyone who tries to escape dies instantly. And every time a student dies, small red balls come out of their body and scatter across the floor. Two students try to take advantage of the moment when Daruma turns her back and run toward the door to escape, but they discover that the door is locked and they are trapped inside the classroom. As soon as the doll turns around, she kills them instantly. Fear grips everyone, but one student named Satake tries to calm everyone down and tells them he knows this game. He explains that there is a button on the doll's back, and if they press it, the game will end. One of the students tries to run quickly to press the button, but Daruma senses him, turns around quickly, and kills him immediately. After that, the students notice a timer on the doll's back, and there is only 1 minute left. If the time runs out, all the students will die. Everyone tries to move slowly toward the doll, but the floor is covered with red balls, so some students slip and the rest die one by one. In the end, only Takahata and Satake remain. With only 10 seconds left, they decide to carry out a plan. Satake crouches down, and Takahata quickly jumps on his back toward the doll, managing to press the button at the last moment. Daruma falls to the ground, furious that she lost the game. Takahata and Satake start celebrating because they survived. But suddenly, Satake's head explodes. Daruma tells Takahata that the person who pressed the button is the sole winner and therefore the only one who will survive. Before she disappears, she says something strange to him. "The cat is coming." Suddenly, the classroom door swings open and Takahata's friend, Ichika, bursts in, clearly in shock. She tells him that she also participated in Daruma's game in her class, and when she pressed the button, all her classmates died. Takahata tries to call the police, but he discovers that his phone has no signal. He and Ichika try to escape from the school, but all the doors are locked, and even the windows cannot be broken. Finally, they find a door leading to the gym, but as soon as they enter, the door closes behind them. They discover they aren't alone. There are other students inside, some of whom are wearing rat-like costumes. Suddenly, the ground shakes and a giant cat statue appears. The cat immediately begins to eat one of the students wearing the mouse costume. Takahata realizes that the cat attacks anyone wearing these costumes, so he tells the students to take them off quickly. But the cat continues to attack and the students start running in fear. Ichika notices a ball on the ground, while Takahata sees a basket on the cat's neck and realizes they must put the ball in that basket to win the challenge. One of the basketball players tries to throw the ball, but the cat blocks it and hits him hard with it, killing him. Chaos and fear spread among the students. But Takahata discovers something strange. Because he is wearing the mouse costume, he is able to understand the cat's words. He realizes that the cat just wants someone to scratch its back so it can sleep. Takahata climbs onto the cat's back and starts scratching it, and the cat feels comfortable and stops attacking. He asks the rest of the students to help him, so they all climb on and scratch its back until it falls asleep. After the cat is completely asleep, Takahata takes the ball and tries to shoot it into the basket. But the students start arguing over who will throw the ball, because they believe the only winner is the one who throws it. The noise wakes up the cat, which kills 2 students. So Takahata decides to carry out a clever plan. He splits himself and Ichika into 2 separate groups, each holding a ball. The cat is confused about which ball to block. At the right moment, Takahata throws the ball, but it doesn't go in the basket. At the last second, a student named Amaya appears and sinks the ball, ending the challenge. But the surprise is that Amaya is a crazy person who loves violence, so he kills the rest of the losing students. Afterward, the survivors are transported to massive cubes that appeared in the sky. There they face a series of new challenges and puzzles that require extreme intelligence. After the first challenges end, Takahata finds himself inside a locked room with a few surviving students. Suddenly, 4 dolls appear, flying through the air, and announce the start of the 3rd challenge. The dolls explain the rules of the game. 1 student must sit on the floor and cover their eyes, while the dolls circle around them and sing a short song. After the song ends, the dolls ask the player, "Who is standing behind you?" The player must guess which doll is standing behind him. If his answer is correct, he survives. If he gets it wrong, he is controlled by laser beams that make him bang his head against the ground until he dies. The challenge begins with the genius student Tara, but he gets nervous and cannot identify the correct doll, so he loses and is killed in a horrific manner. After him, another student is forced to play, but out of sheer fear, she hesitates to answer, so the doll kill her in a brutal manner. When it's Takahata's turn, he has already observed the doll movements while the others were playing. He relies on his intelligence and watches their voices and footsteps, allowing him to identify the doll standing behind him. After leaving the doll's room, Takahata and the surviving students arrive at a new location. Suddenly, a giant polar bear appears and speaks to them. The bear tells them that he hates lies and that this game is based on honesty. The rules of the game are simple. The bear will ask the students questions, and everyone must answer honestly. But if the bear senses a liar among them, the group must choose the person they believe is lying and sacrifice them. The bear starts with a simple question about favorite foods. Everyone answers, but the bear says he smells a lie among them and asks them to choose someone to sacrifice. The students start to suspect each other and eventually accuse one of the students, who is killed. Then the bear asks another question about their feelings toward Takahata and once again says there is a liar among them. The challenge descends into chaos as everyone starts accusing one another. But Takahata begins to think cleverly and notices something strange. When one of the students died, her blood washed away the white paint from the bear's body, revealing that its true color is black. At that moment, Takahata realizes the truth. He shouts that the bear itself is the liar and that it had been deceiving them from the start to make them kill each other. The bear gets angry and tries to attack them, but the students run away from it until it falls into a hot pit. The white paint melts off its entire body, and it is finally forced to admit defeat. Thus, Takahata and the survivors succeed in overcoming this challenge as well. Each time, the students are forced to sacrifice one of their own in order to survive. Finally, they reach the last challenge, a game of tag where one of them is chosen to be the hunter. Unfortunately, Amaya is chosen. The chase begins, and Takahata tries to save his friends while Amaya tries to capture them all. At the last moment, Takahata manages to kick the can, ending the game. But the surprise is that the bomb inside the can wasn't real. It was just a trick. The celebrations begin, and everyone believes they have finally survived. But in the end, it becomes clear that luck is what will determine who lives and who dies. Takahata discovers that his girlfriend Ichika has "lose and die" written on her ice cream stick. In a tragic moment, Ichika is killed along with the rest of the losers. In the end, only Takahata and Amaya remain alive. The film ends with Takahata standing there in sorrow, having lost all his friends, wondering if what happened was just a game. or the beginning of something much worse. And with that, we've reached the end of today's episode. If you liked the video, don't forget to support us to reach 500 likes. And for those who made it to the end of the episode, I hope you'll subscribe to the channel. See you soon. We'll meet in the next video.